So, Emma and Jake had been together for years, right? They had that kind of relationship where they just clicked. Inside jokes, late night talks, and this easy way of being around each other that made everyone think they were solid for life. But then, out of the blue, this guy named Eric showed up. He was a bit of an oddball, you know? Mysterious vibes, a little too intense sometimes, but Emma seemed intrigued by him. At first, Jake didn't think much of it. He figured Eric was just passing through, maybe a new friend of Emma's or something. But then Eric started hanging around more and more, and Emma seemed different, kind of distant, almost like she was distracted by something Jake couldn't put his finger on. Jake tried to ignore it, but it was hard not to notice how Emma and Eric seemed to have this connection, this way of understanding each other, that made Jake feel like an outsider in his own relationship. It was frustrating, but Jake kept telling himself it was nothing, just a phase or whatever. Then one night, Emma finally told Jake what was going on. She had recently found out that Eric was her stepbrother, someone her mom had kept a secret for years. Emma was shaken by it, and naturally she felt drawn to Eric, trying to figure out this new family dynamic. Jake tried to be supportive, but the more time Emma spent with Eric, the more distant she became. It wasn't that there was anything romantic between them, but there was this unspoken bond that Jake just couldn't compete with. Eventually, it got to the point where Jake felt like he was the third wheel in his own relationship. They had a long, emotional talk, and in the end, they decided to part ways. Emma and Eric stayed close as siblings, and Jake moved on, but it left him with this feeling of what if that he couldn't quite shake. It was one of those situations where life just throws you a curveball, and you have to figure out how to deal with it, you know?